Get out from my house. I want to marry Ruby. Go!
Tonight, the city wind carried a cry no one wanted to hear, and a tiny bracelet glowed where the streetlight flickered. The sun rose over the tall buildings. Yellow buses honked. Street sellers called out, "Fresh bread, cold water." In a small apartment, a young mother named Ella packed a small bag. Her twins, Hope and River, slept on a soft blue mat. Ella's husband, Daniel, stood by the door with a hard face. He said words that hurt. He said he wanted a new life with another woman. He said Ella should leave now. Ella's chest felt tight, but she held the babies close and kissed their heads. Ella stepped into the hallway with her bag and her babies. The corridor smelled like fried plantain from a neighbor's pan. She walked down the stairs slowly, one step at a time. The city was loud, but her heart was louder. A bus sped by. A motorcycle slowed. The rider, a young man with kind eyes, said, "Sister, do you need help?" Ella nodded. The rider's name was Kenny. He helped carry the bag. He placed a small scarf over the babies to shade them from the sun. As they ride through the city, Ella looked back once. She saw Daniel at the window, looking small. She felt tears, but she smiled at her babies. "We are safe," she whispered. "We will be okay." They reached a quiet street lined with papaw trees and painted gates. Kenny knew a warm, neat place owned by Mama T, a soft-spoken woman who rented rooms. Mama T opened the door with a wide smile. "Come inside, my child," she said. The room smelled like soap and new paint. Ella laid the babies down and breathed in. For the first time that day, she felt a tiny light inside. Outside, the city moved fast, but inside, time felt slow and kind. That night, when the twins slept, Ella heard a sound like a small bell. She found a tiny silver bracelet in the pocket of the baby blanket. She did not remember owning it. It glowed softly, as if the city had given her a secret gift. Morning came with soft rain. Ella held the silver bracelet. It felt warm. When she turned it, it made a tiny, happy sound, like a spoon tapping a glass. "Where did you come from?" she asked. The twins giggled as if they knew. Mama T brought hot tea and bread with butter. "Eat and rest," she said. "City life can be sweet again." She encouraged Ella. Kenny visited with milk and diapers. "This is for the babies," he said shyly. Ella thanked him. She felt seen. She felt less alone. The city, which was big and busy, suddenly felt like a friend. Later, Ella took a short walk with the stroller. The streets were bright. Colorful umbrellas lined a small market. She saw a storyteller at the corner, an old man called Uncle Deo, spinning tales for children. He spoke about a city legend, a silver bracelet that protects mothers who are brave and babies who are loved. Ella's hand touched her pocket. The bracelet hummed, "Uncle Deo's eis met hers." He smiled as if he knew. "Be kind and be strong. Do not forget to always tell the truth," Uncle Deo said. "When the city hears your courage, the city answers." The children clapped and cars beeped softly. The smell of roasted corn filled the air. Ella felt the bracelet warm again. That night, the twins could not sleep. They fussed and cried. Ella sang a gentle song her own mother used to sing. The bracelet glowed brighter, and the babies yawned together and closed their eyes. Ella placed the bracelet on the windowsill. Outside, a street light flickered. She thought of Daniel, and her heart ached. But the ache did not break her. It shaped her. Before she slept, she wrote 3 words on a sticky note and placed it above the bed. Truth, care, and courage. The bracelet chimed once, as if it agreed. Days moved quickly. Ella made small steps. She learned the bus routes. She found a clinic for the twins. She discovered a small cafe where the owner, Auntie Bisi, let her warm baby food and sit by the window for free. "You are family," Auntie Bisi said, and the family tasted like cinnamon tea and laughter. Kenny fixed a loose wheel on the stroller. He taught Ella a shortcut through a pretty street with jacaranda trees. He never asked for anything. He only smiled at the twins and made tiny animal sounds that made them laugh. At night, the bracelet sang when the babies slept. Ella began to sleep too. But city news travels fast. One afternoon, Ella overheard two neighbors whispering near the gate. "Daniel is walking with a new woman," one said. "Her name is Ruby," said the other. "They look happy, but the wind carries worry." Ella held her breath. The bracelet went very still, as if it was listening. That evening, Uncle Deo told another story by the corner. He spoke about the Harmattan wind, a wind that brings dust and also hidden truth. "When the wind comes," he said, "close your eyes, breathe, and listen. You will hear what is real." As Ella walked home with sleeping babies, the wind rose, soft and dusty. It kissed her cheeks. She stopped under a streetlight. In that quiet, she felt a clear thought. Do not chase pain. Build peace. Truth will come by itself. The bracelet glowed as the streetlight blinked, and Ella knew she was not alone. That night, she wrote a plan on paper. Find part-time work, save money, keep the twins healthy, keep her heart clean. She drew a tiny house with flowers and wrote home above it. The bracelet chimed twice, sweet and short. One bright morning, Daniel called. His name on the screen made Ella's hands shake. She answered. Daniel's face looked tired behind a fancy cafe background. "Are the babies okay?" he asked. Ella nodded. "They are fine." He looked away and smiled at someone off-screen. A flash of red, Ruby. Ella's heart pinched, but her voice stayed gentle. "We are safe," she said. "Thank you for asking." After the call, Ella sat by the window and let herself cry for 1 minute. Only one. Then she washed her face, fed the twins, and went to Auntie Bisi's cafe. "We will start again," she whispered. The bracelet hummed, like a drum under soft hands. At the cafe, Ella noticed a small help wanted sign. She spoke to Auntie Bisi. "I can help with cleaning and packing," Ella said. "I can also tell stories to children while parents sip tea." Auntie Bisi smiled. "Start tomorrow," she said. "We will make a cozy corner. We will call it the Little Moon Corner." News spread. Parents came with their kids to the cafe. Ella told bright city folktales about buses that dance, traffic lights that sing, and street cats that guard secrets. The children clapped and laughed. The bracelet on Ella's wrist glowed, soft as morning light. The twins learned to clap too. One evening, Ella closed the cafe and saw Daniel waiting by the door. He looked lost. "I heard you are doing well," he said. Ella stood tall. "The babies are well. We are learning joy." Daniel's mouth opened and closed. A quiet distance grew between them, neat and clear. Ella walked away kindly. That night, the bracelet sang a new note, low and calm. The note felt like a door opening somewhere safe. A festival came to the city, lights and lanterns night. The streets were wrapped with fairy lights. Food stands lined the road. Music played, warm and happy. Ella wore a soft pink dress and a simple headscarf. The twins wore tiny white shoes that squeaked when they kicked. As Ella pushed the stroller through the lights, she saw a woman in a bright red dress, Ruby. Ruby's dress shone like a stoplight. She held Daniel's arm, but her eyes looked tired. When her gaze met Ella's, something passed, like a ripple on water. Not anger. Not pride. Something like worry. Ruby walked closer. "Your babies are beautiful," she said. Her voice was small. Ella nodded, polite and quiet. Daniel stood still, trapped by the music and the truth in the air. "We are okay," Ella said, mostly to herself. The bracelet warmed her wrist. A lantern seller gave Hope and River tiny paper lanterns shaped like moons. "For sweet dreams," he said. The bracelet chimed, and the moons glowed brighter than all the others. People noticed and smiled. Later, under the fireworks, Ruby stood alone by a stall. Ella saw her wipe a tear. The city wind shifted. Uncle Deo's voice from a distance carried on the air. "The wind tells the story nobody says." Ella walked to Ruby and offered a clean handkerchief. Ruby looked shocked, then grateful. "Thank you," she whispered. The bracelet hummed, soft and kind. When the fireworks ended, Ella wheeled the stroller home. Ruby and Daniel walked away in different directions without touching hands. The city felt honest. The rainy season has begun. Roads shone like mirrors. Umbrellas bloomed like flowers. One wet afternoon, Ruby came to the cafe door. She stood in the rain, hair plastered, eyes unsure. Ella opened the door and stepped aside. "Come in," she said. Inside, Ruby wrapped her hands around a hot cup. She spoke slowly. "I thought love was sparkle," she said. "I thought I could win with shine." Tears filled her eyes. "But my heart is tired. And Daniel's heart is somewhere else." She looked at the twins playing with wooden blocks. "I'm sorry," she said. Ella listened. She did not throw stones with her words. She offered bread and a clean napkin. "We all need peace," she said. "We all learn." The bracelet glowed like a tiny sun. On her way out, Ruby paused. "You are brave," she said. "You make the city feel gentle." The doorbell chimed as she left. Rain danced on the street. Ella held her babies close and felt something unclench inside. Not victory. Not loss. A simple, deep okay. That evening, as thunder rolled, Daniel called again. "Ruby is gone," he said. "I am alone." Ella's voice was calm. "We are building a small life," she said. "It is honest. It is warm." The line was quiet. Daniel whispered, "I'm sorry." Ella closed her eyes. "Be well," she said, and ended the call. Lightning flashed. The bracelet sang, clear as a bell. The twins laughed at the light. The storm passed. The night felt washed and new. The little moon corner became famous on the block. Parents came after work. Children curled up on soft poofs. Ella told a new kind of city folktale, urban spirits with kind hearts. She spoke of the traffic spirit who slows cars when a mother needs to cross. She told of the market spirit who hides lost coins under honest feet. She told of the apartment spirit who holds broken walls together until morning. The room glowed. Even grown-ups leaned in. A local radio host heard about Ella and recorded a short show, City Tales with Ella. People smiled when they heard the soft chime of the bracelet on air. "That sound feels like hope," one caller said. The cafe sold more tea and bread. Mama T brought flowers every Friday. Kenny painted a tiny moon on the wall and wrote, "Truth, care, courage." One afternoon, a child brought a lost wallet to Ella. She returned it to a worried man who had tears in his eyes. "You saved me," he said. The bracelet chimed. The twins clapped. The city felt like one big family. That evening, under a peach sky, Ella and Kenny took the twins for a walk. They laughed at pigeons, counted red taxis, and shared roasted corn. Kenny's hand brushed Ella's for a second. He pulled back, shy and respectfully. Ella smiled softly. The bracelet warmed, not loud, just steady. In the distance, Daniel watched from across the street, hands deep in his pockets. He looked at the life he left and saw it blooming without him. The city wind moved his shirt like a quiet wave. One night, the power went out on the whole street. Darkness folded over the buildings like a blanket. Children cried. Dogs barked. The twins woke up and whimpered. Ella lit a candle. The bracelet glowed brighter, as if helping the flame. She hummed her lullaby. The babies calmed. Suddenly, a loud knock at the gate. Daniel stood there, rain-soaked, scared. "Please," he said. "I made a mistake. I don't know who I am anymore." The storm had returned, heavy and wild. Mama T looked at Ella. Ella looked at her twins. She opened the gate and led Daniel to the covered porch, not inside. They sat on a bench. Ella spoke gently but firmly. "We are safe," she said. "We are growing. You must learn the truth. You must learn to care. You must learn courage." Daniel cried, not loud, but with the quiet sadness of someone waking up. The bracelet sang a low, steady tone. Daniel heard it. "What is that?" he asked. Ella looked at the little glow. "It is a promise," she said. "A city promise." She handed Daniel a clean towel, then stood. "Good night," she said. "May the wind teach you." He nodded. He left the porch and walked into the rain, smaller than before, but maybe more real. The power returned with a soft hum. Lights blinked back. The twins laughed at the brightness. The bracelet dimmed. Peaceful again. Morning came golden. Ella pushed the stroller to the park where jacaranda petals made a purple carpet. Kenny joined them with oranges. They sat on a bench and watched joggers and kite flyers. A small street choir sang a happy tune. The twins clapped to the beat. The radio played Ella's show as people walked by. A woman stopped and said, "Your stories help my children sleep." A man added, "Your voice makes traffic feel shorter." Ella thanked them. The bracelet chimed, then came a gentle surprise. Daniel walked up, clean and calm. "I started seeing a counselor," he said. "I told the truth to my family. I said sorry to the people I hurt. I have a new small job. It is honest." He looked at the twins and smiled a careful smile. "If it is okay, I would like to be a good father," slowly, respectfully. Ella studied his face. She heard the city, cars, feet, wind, birds, make soft, steady music. "We will make clear rules," she said. "We will keep the children first. We will keep peace." Daniel nodded. The bracelet warmed, not bright, but kind. Kenny stood and shook Daniel's hand. No one fought. No one shouted. The city watched, and the city approved. Uncle Deo, on a nearby bench, smiled under his hat. "When people tell the truth," he whispered to a child, "the city claps with the trees." Months passed. Ella saved money. She rented a slightly bigger room with a sunny window and space for a small rug where the twins could play. The little moon corner grew into a weekly community circle. Parents shared food. Kids shared drawings. Ella shared stories of urban spirits with kind hearts. The bracelet became the little moon bell. They rang it once to begin and once to end. Daniel kept his word. He came on time. He brought children's books. He learned to braid River's tiny curls and tie Hope's little shoelaces. He did not rush. He did not push. He often said thank you. The city wind, always busy, slowed when it passed their new door. Kenny and Ella walked often at sunset. They spoke about small things, fresh bread, new paint, the twins' first words. Sometimes they spoke about big things, trust, time, and the heart's quiet work. They did not hurry. They let the city teach them slow love. One evening, during lights and lanterns night again, the lantern seller found Ella. "Last year, your moons shone the brightest," he said. "Why?" Ella smiled and touched the bracelet. "Because we chose truth, care, and courage," she said. "The city likes that." They lit the twins' new moon lanterns. The bracelet glowed in rhythm, like a heartbeat. The crowd counted down. Fireworks rose. And for a small forever, the modern African city, warm, catchy, cozy, looked like a sky full of gentle promises. It teaches us that, in a fast city, the strongest home is built with truth, care, and courage. When hearts are honest, even the wind helps. And when a mother stands brave, the city itself becomes her friend. I hope you enjoyed it.
Until next time, this is Rietta. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, like, share and comment below so that I will know your opinion. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be the first to know when the next video drops. Peace out.